Sorry, I'm pouring this out. Ooh, it's like
Don't apologize.
milky.
Yeah, it's really... Yeah, it was hard to get ahead on this one.
I don't mind.
Because it's not very physical. I just made that word up and I'm using it from now on.
It's starting to.
It's very dark.
It kind of looks like a Guinness, actually, and it's proper that I'm drinking out of a Guinness glass. Okay.
Smells like you would expect a stout to smell.
So what's going on with... so it's an oatmeal stout.
5.8% alcohol.
Roasty, smooth, creamy. And it's got the Raven. Is this supposed to be based off of...
I would assume it's got some Edgar Allan Poe goodness going on there.
Edgar Allan Poe, the poet, and it's got a Raven on the front.
Yeah. It doesn't. We don't have an actual poem on it like most beers do.
It's very Halloweeny though, because it's got a little bit of purple and orange, so it's almost festive. But we're not getting there yet.
So I was craving a stout / porter, and there weren't many to choose from because obviously it's August right now, so it's like not a typical thing. But it is cloudy as hell. It's like 60 out.
It's perfect.
It's a good day for it, so
it's perfect. So we're gonna cheers and beers, and all the rest. Ooh. I already have to go on a rant, dude. This is delicious.
It's really good. Very creamy.
It's going to be a half plug and a half shout out to ourselves. I listened to our Rogue One commentary while I was on the road.
Yeah.
Because
you listened to it on the road? You didn't even watch it with a movie?
No. I was in a hotel and I watched it.
Gotcha.
And it was some of the stuff, like even, well, I said this last episode. How many about it. I said this last episode, like as we record the episode, I'm not always listening to what you're saying because
right.
You know, both of us are planning ahead and trying to keep shit together. And
we're trying to crack jokes and shit.
And I don't even when I start listening to you, I forget what I say and react to you, and I was dying.
You have to rewind back to listen to anything.
One of the things was right at the end of the movie where Jin took that cartridge out and she's climbing up the tower and she puts it in the thing and it accepts it. I'm like, what did I say? Contra never works on the first try. You got to blow on that shit. And I was dying on my own joke. I was like, because I wasn't ready for it. I was just dying because it fits so well. She just put the cartridge in and it closed up.
It looked like goddamn 1980s.
That's like video games. You got to blow on that first. Contra never works on the first try.
Kim Pop and Jones.
Well,
thanks for being with us. Thanks
welcome.
For popping in. Jones says used to have a Three Stooges bottle opener.
Yeah,
that sounds like something that would be at your dad's basement.
Jeff Melton has one.
He does?
I got one.
Okay, yeah.
And it says knock 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 like as you open it. Yeah,
that's awesome.
How about a beer? Yeah, awesome.
I've never heard that term church key in my lifetime. I must be like a 70s thing or something.
I said that the other day to Tommy Boy, and he's like, "Yeah, church key." I was like, "I've never heard that in my life."
I'd never heard it before.
So
nope, that's not a real thing.
From now on, a beer opener or a bottle opener is a church key. So
temple key, Jedi temple key.
So let's rate this beer, which is delicious.
Man, it's really good. Yeah,
I really started coming around to these types of beers, the heavier, darker ones. Mm-hmm. It's just you have to wrap your mind around what it's going to taste like first.
Yeah.
And I think even more difficult is the IPAs, because on a general sense, people like beer, and then IPAs are way in the fucking back corner tasting like bitter dust over here.
But they are the most popular right now.
You have to be prepared for the bitterness. If you're just expecting a refreshing beer and you just swallow, it's just you can't do that.
No, not at all.
By the way, I'm Matt. If y'all forgot, God, I sound American. Y'all.
And your name's
Shut
Matt.
It down, Jones. I ain't had enough.
Why is your thing Jones if your name's Matt?
Why is your Madra?
Commander Cody. It's me.
Mama Jones.
Your Madra, what?
Mama Jones.
Oh, that's my brother said that when he was 4, and we just kept saying it. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Back to the beer. We always go on a fucking tangent.
Tangents are the best. So when I started drinking, the first craft beers that I had, besides, we were stuck in the Miller and the Keystone and the bullshit, I started with stouts and porters. That's all I wanted to drink as far as richer craft beer went. So the Edmund Fitzgerald from Great Lakes I had all the time. There was a few from Goose Island before I hated Goose Island that I had that was winter warmers and stuff like that. So that's how I started, and I've gone away in the other direction. And I haven't had stouts and porters frequently at all recently.
Yeah, I don't know what I've had to get over, but I don't think this tastes too much like coffee at all.
No.
It's just more of a thick It's a cool, refreshing drink.
It does have the carbonation. Some of these can taste like there's no carbonation at all, and then it's just
it's almost
liquid.
like all pop syrup.
There's no fit. Yeah, pop syrup. Yeah, there's no fizz.
The bubs.
Yeah.
There's a taste profile in here that I don't want to call it chocolatey, but let me see what here.
Roasty malt.
Is it the roast?
Yeah, I feel like back when we were at the actual brewing company, we had those like really dark roasted malts. Like when we actually tried the malt itself in our hand. This is kind of what it reminds me of.
This is also very easy to drink. It does have like a... It's almost like a... It has to be the roasted malt, but it's like a burnt toast at the end. It's kind of... It's not even in a bad way. It's just kind of... Because a lot of these, you drink it and it stays in the back of your mouth for the whole time. This kind of like fizzes away. Maybe it's because of the carbonation in it that makes it a little more drinkable.
Yeah.
I just, a lot of like chocolate or the real heavy stouts stay with you. Even at like a half hour after, you're just like...
Yeah. Like the really bitter IPAs or like the really high alcohol IPAs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anything crazy like that. Yeah, it's like the burnt... It's like when you get the toast just on that borderline of burnt and
super
like
crispy.
Perfectly toasted, crispy. Yeah. Yeah, that's where it's sitting.
But I'm still staying with the word burnt because it does kind of taste burnt at the end.
Burnt oatmeal stout.
Dude, one of the greatest things ever created, extra toasty Cheez-Its. Have you had those?
I haven't had Cheez-Its in like years.
I mean, I love Cheez-Its, but I haven't had them in a long time. And I saw they were on the shelves all over fucking Giant Eagle, and it said extra toasty. I'm like, so it's the same thing? They're just cooked longer? Yep. And they're just, oh my God.
Even better, yeah.
They're so good. It's so
no
delicious.
to everything, just like cook shit longer, please.
I am always, except for meat, for the most part, I like everything well done. Like if I'm cooking a pizza, I leave it in a couple extra minutes.
Yeah, I like well done.
If I'm getting a sub from Subway, they put it in a dirty microwave. I asked them to double cook it.
You mean the toaster?
Yeah.
Micro toaster.
I asked them to cook it twice as long, just so it like really crispens up. I don't know what it is. I just like it done. Well done. Crispens.
Get the crispens.
What are you gonna rate this?
Yeah. I feel like if I'm off my stout porter game, so I don't know how to compare it with a bunch of other stouts and porters. Maybe I just love it because I haven't had a dark beer in a long time.
I'm gonna lean towards something. You know what this tastes like is burnt popcorn. And it's almost, I'm trying to say
I haven't had burnt popcorn in a long time.
In the best way possible because I do like it.
That's not a good comparison because burnt popcorn is one of the worst flavors of the world.
That's what it tastes like on the back of my tongue right now, though.
But it's not bad. I stick with the burnt toast.
Do you guys like the sound?
I'm okay.
Ew.
I'm okay with the burnt toast.
Everyone listening just threw up in their mouth.
I hate it too. I like people chewing next to me. If I have to have music on in the background or a show, because like people chewing it makes me want to go on a fucking rampage.
Nicole Serrano, who's tuning in on YouTube, says, burnt toast. Mm-hmm. I actually kind of feel like that. If I get a good, nice burnt piece of toast and put some apple butter on it, done. Sign me up.
Or peanut butter. Or just fucking butter.
Yeah.
Salted butter.
All the butts. I'm actually going to go
with a 2.
With a 3.
Really?
And the only reason... No way! And what I'm going to say is...
No! Mopar gave a dark beer a 3. I don't believe it.
It's very drinkable. I like the burnt toasty roasties. It's...
Oh, I got to...
Burnt toasty roasties.
Episode number.
Burnt toasty roasties.
If you weren't aware, that's how we come up with our episode titles.
Yeah.
Just whatever fucking dumb thing we said.
But this is one of the most drinkable, darker beers that I've had, and it's not coffee flavored.
That's true.
So I don't hate coffee flavor, but I feel like it for the most part for me takes away from the flavor. I feel like I'm drinking coffee now instead of beer, and it's just I don't think it mixes well in my taste palette. But since this isn't coffee flavored, I like the big toasty roasties, and it's very drinkable. It doesn't have anything bad. There's nothing bad about it.
I agree. Yeah. I was gonna go with 2 because I'm not like overly amazed at what I'm drinking right now. It's solid. It's good. It's not. There's nothing really bad about it. But I'm not like holy shit.
Yeah, I am.
Really?
I can't.
I can't fucking believe that you just gave a dark beer a 3. It's blowing everything I thought I knew out of the water. The one time that I tried, we had that Claymore Scotch Ale.
I don't like the hard liquors either. There's no hard liquor in here either.
That's true, but I thought that was one of the most delicious beers ever, and you were like, I'm going to die.
It burns my esophagus.
You're trying to give it a 0.
I should still.
Oh my gosh, dude, I don't know if I can go with 3 on this.
I'm more focused on the drinkability of it, and it doesn't leave a bad flavor in your mouth. We might have to split it because I want to give it a 2, but because of the drinkability and the fact that I don't like dark beers, I have to bump it up.
All right, I'll keep thinking on it. I'm gonna withhold my rating for a few more minutes, and we'll think about it as we go.
It's not too heavy in alcohol either.
No, it's
6% is a decent 5.8, 6%. Always round up.
5.8, 6%. Always round sideways.